G'day everyone, Jason Nunn, Fisherman's Warehouse, Tucker World, Marks Point. This Friday's fishing report. Great to see a bit of blue sky. Finally, looks like some really nice weather going to come together next week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even into Thursday, we're going to start to creep into those 30-degree days, which is what we've been really praying for as fishermen, I've got to tell you. Water temperature on the coast here at the moment, particularly on the beaches, getting up towards that 20-degree mark. So we've seen a real increase in the last week of almost 2 degrees. As a result, the beach is fishing very, very well at the moment. I've had reports this week of a few really nice mulloway getting caught off Belmont Blacksmiths Beach. There's been some very nice whiting, few brim, flathead, and as I made mention last week, even the odd tailor. So the beach scene has really increased with that increase in temperature. Offshore has still been a little bit fickle, I might add. Nothing really sort of like jumping out at us. As we've made mention, trevally, flathead, just those normal species, and still no bonito yet. But again, we've got to have the opportunity to get out there, and of course our weather conditions over the last couple of months have been dreadful, so we just haven't had the opportunity to get out there. This weekend's probably again that same situation. We're going to have west-northwest in the mornings, spinning into that southwest, and of course late tomorrow afternoon, even into the evening, about 6 p.m, that wind's going to shift south-southwest, so it's going to be clear skies but quite breezy. So look, you're going to need to stay in the estuary, or indeed try to fish the beaches. There will be a little bit of increase in swell, so if you're a rock fisherman this weekend, please be aware. We're all just up at Swansea Heads getting a bit of a look, and you can see that little bit of a swell now starting to pick up with those westerly winds now. So look, you're going to have to be really careful if you're rock fishing. I think this weekend may not be the best time to have a bit of a crack down there, just to be honest. In the lake, look, after that prawn run, again, it really spiced things up. Some beautiful whiting getting caught on the flats. Alex from work had an opportunity this week. He threw a few surface lures around the edges, just walking, you know, just shorelines and tiny little weed patches and that along the edge. Got some really nice brim and a couple of nice whiting as well. Had a couple of flathead who even attacked the surface lure, which is an indication of where the flathead are at the moment. They're up in that shallow water, and again, surface lures are perfect for those shallow weedy areas where when you're using a normal soft plastic or a diver, that you're getting fouled up in that weed. So just remember, surface in shallow water, and particularly some of the better profiles, the 95mm ones, they're perfect for what you want to cast in. And there's, as I say, some really nice flathead in close. Still been some luderick getting caught in the lake, even though it's starting to get late. But again, some of the guys are still catching their bag limit of 10 luderick, particularly behind us here at Lucy's Wall and in the channel. Pretty breezy here this morning. I'm quite amazed that there's as much wind as what there is, and there's a lot of cloud cover down to the south, so I think you're just going to have to sort of tough it out. Still getting a few mulloway in the lake, and of course we're getting some crabs, but look, you've got to put the pots out in the deeper water if you're actually going to fish the lake for crabs, because in the shallower water we've got that still a lot of fresh through there, and the crabs basically just get forced out that little bit further. So my tip is in and around about that 7 to 8 metre mark. Squid, look, they've still been a little bit patchy, but on the back of that run, we've seen quite a few squid getting caught in the channel. And of course, there's been a few kingies around the bridge on those live squid, but no huge size. Fish around about 75 centimetres. Look, making great sport, I might add, but still no world beaters, no metre sort of jobs. Again, there was a couple of clubs that tried to fish last week to wind up their end of the year celebrations, and it was very difficult. I heard of a few catches of brim. I know there was some really nice fish caught at the northern end of the lake, a few mulloway and flathead as well. But I just think it's about being patient. Next week absolutely looks like a cracker. I think everyone wants to sharpen their hooks, get their gear ready, because next week's looking pretty damn good. Now, this week's ZEREK Fish of the Week winner is Jared Acland. Now, Jared is a very avid fisherman. Earlier in our reports a couple of months ago, he'd caught some beautiful fish in Salts Bay, and he didn't let us down this time either. He's got his 2 personal best flathead at 55 centimetres, caught in that deeper water over towards Rathmines. So look, it's great to see everyone out there having a bit of a crack. Remember, get your photos in. I'll see you next Friday.